Welcome to everyone who is watching this. This podcast was built from conversations with contractors, conversations with lenders, conversations with hardworking families that have been denied for financing, they've been denied for property, for land, the frustration of it all. I have been dragged through the mud by people who hate mobile homes and they've never even been inside a mobile home themselves. And the truth is, this doesn't only happen in the mobile home industry. This happens in the real estate industry. This happens in the barndominium industry, the construction industry in general. So this podcast exists for one reason only. That's to bring people from every corner of the industry together and give them a platform to share everything that they know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And more than anything, to explain how housing really works. I am Roberto Carlos Molinas Villanueva Nunez, but people call me Carlos, and this is Housing Unfiltered. Today, I'm very excited to bring a friend of mine. And before I introduce him, you've probably seen all the mobile home communities that have been popping up in the area of Houston, Texas. Well, this guy is in the front lines of the entire movement. I'm talking about mobile home communities with crazy amenities, pools, clubhouses, basketball courts. I mean, they have top-notch stuff. Well, this guy works for a company that is definitely leaving a footprint in the mobile housing industry in Houston, Texas. Today with me, my friend Jesus Beltran. Jesus.
How you doing, man? How you doing, Carlos?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to get this podcast going.
I'm excited too.
Very first podcast, but
So I'm your first guest?
you are my first guest.
All right, this is exciting.
Even more so, huh?
Yeah.
No pressure.
No,
On either
let's
of
go.
us.
No,
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so I want you to tell the people who you are, Jesus, and your experience, just your overall experience in the mobile home industry.
Man, I'm Jesus Beltran, completely green when I came into the mobile home industry, didn't know anything about it. Same perception a lot of people have out there. Mobile homes, you have this stigma about it. You think of a mobile home community, you have your perception of what that looks like. You think of a mobile home like, the older people had back in the day. You automatically assume like it's old, run down, beat up kind of mobile home, right?
Green carpets, green backsplash.
Red, like whatever you could possibly think of, and now that I'm actually in it and I'm doing it now, it's a completely different world than what I thought it is. These homes, man, they're beautiful. Like the care that they put in these homes are almost better than the stick-built homes you see that pop up in these neighborhoods all the time. You hear about these builders and they're having all these issues, and then you look at mobile homes and how they're built now, and it's incredible, man. It actually blows my mind at how well they're built now.
And that's a lot of the people that I speak with. That's exactly the same. Not the exact same feedback, but when they walk into a mobile home, that's usually the same type of dynamic that goes on. People that have never been inside a mobile home, they go inside it and they start doing this number. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is a mobile home.
Stainless steel appliances,
exactly.
islands, like they don't believe it, man. It's wild.
So where are you coming from? What industry?
So I've been in different industries, home improvement industries, all kinds of different sales sides, doing that. And then found this opportunity here with Caring Communities and see how that can really change lives and, help people become homeowners.
Yeah.
In a difficult time right now, obviously, everybody sees how it is, how expensive things are right now. And being able to have an affordable option that people can afford, everyday people too. I'm talking people that, work regularly, like I won't say regularly, like just work. They put that work in, man. We have an option that's affordable for everybody. And it's not like you're settling for anything. You get all the amenities of the modern homes, but something that's an affordable price tag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jesus. So you are with Caring Communities.
Yes, with Caring Communities.
Bro, who's Caring Communities though? Because I mean, I know that they do have a heavy name. They've been in the industry for a while, but just now, I think that you guys are really just exploding in the Houston market.
Yeah, I mean, the Houston market now, we have 45 communities here in the greater Houston area, and I believe that's roughly about 5,000 lots that we have. So we have essentially 5,000 spots to help people's dreams of becoming a homeowner a reality in this market today. And Caring Communities is just going to be an affordable housing option, but it's going to be like your traditional neighborhoods with that community feel. We do community events for everybody and just have that community feeling. And it's it's rare these days, you know, and
Yeah.
that's something that we really harp on and pride ourselves on is keeping our communities nice and pristine and also just making the community involved with it too. It's something we're really about.
So do you guys develop communities?
Yeah.
Is develop communities? Do you or what is the main gist of of what you guys do?
So it's both sides. It's just in developing communities. We buy old communities and then we'll slowly, you know, start improving them, making them better, doing new roads for people, you know, making the parks aesthetically a lot better.
Yeah.
And then we also, from the ground up, we develop new communities as well. So we have brand new communities too. It's just the option you don't really get to see in the manufactured world, you know,
Yeah.
where we have brand new, beautiful parks built for people to bring their homes into. And it's awesome. Like you mentioned earlier, some of the amenities we have, not a lot of communities have that these days.
What's that one thing that you got, or I'm sure it's more than one, but what are the things that you guys, when you go and you have an older community, and you said that you basically go in and somewhat refurbish the community. What are you guys refurbishing?
To a degree, we're making the community better. You know, we're cleaning it up. We're giving it the proper management and care that it needs. And you know, we'll develop the roads, make them a lot better for the people living in there, more comfortable, and we just clean it up. So you know, they take pride and ownership of where they're living.
Okay. Okay. That's huge, bro. That's
hmm
huge because a lot of people, when they think of mobile home communities,
hmm
they think of
Yeah.
trailer parks, and that's a very low stigma.
hmm
And I didn't even know that that was a thing until I really started selling mobile
hmm
homes. And I did visit some of these communities, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. There are some communities
hmm
that are not in the best of shape. Why do you think that happens?
Lack of management. Honestly, it's with anything. You can be in an apartment, you can be in a neighborhood, you can be in a home, and if they're not properly managed, then those neighborhoods you'll see slowly over time they just start deteriorating. And the main thing is you got to have someone that actually cares about it and wants to improve it for everybody else.
So you guys have that management in place
Yeah,
where
we have on-site managers at our communities. Sometimes they manage multiple communities, so they go between communities during the week. But yeah, we have on-site management in our communities and make sure that, you know, that we enforce those rules and keep in the communities as in, you know, pretty for everybody because we want everyone to be prideful when they come home.
exactly.
hmm
Do you guys have, and this is probably going to be huge, do you guys have HOA to where you tell the people, hey, look, these are the standards that
Yeah,
we require?
100%.
What are some of those standards?
You know, just the minimal things. We build driveways typically to 3 cars, so we want them to have, you know, a
That's
3-car limit.
huge.
And you know, things of not having all commercial vehicles in our communities. We want them to look residential. We don't want it to look, you know, like a commercial building or something like that. We want it to look like it's where someone lives, where family lives, where people. Again, we want people to take pride in their home.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Um, Me being in the mobile home industry, when I sit down with a client and they either have one of two options, Jesus, they either buy property, right? Whether if they have that opportunity, or they go into a mobile home community. Somebody that's on the fence, somebody that can buy property, but they're not sure if they want to. What would you say are some key factors that could help these people make that decision and push that ball towards the mobile home community side?
Well, I mean, you really got to look at it. You can buy the mobile home, and that's the one price. But actually getting that home installed somewhere, that's a completely different price, right?
Yes.
So say you buy land and that land's not developed. Well, now you got to get the utilities ran, you got to get the sewers ran, you got to do everything that comes in developing that land for a home to be able to be placed there. Now, the beauty of coming in the community, we have all of that already set up. The only thing you have to do is get your home delivered, connected to the park, and you're good to go. It's a lot simpler of a process, a lot faster of a process, and you don't have to deal with the logistics of the cities and pulling permits and all the fun stuff that's involved with when you buy land and you have to get that land prepared for a home to come on it.
And then apart from that, and I completely agree with that,
hmm
because a lot of people don't understand that when you're buying a mobile home, that you're buying the unit itself,
hmm
and then that's about 40% of the work. Apart from that, where are you going to take that mobile home to? Like you said,
hmm
the septic system, does it need a well? Does it need a power pole? Do you even have transformers near to you to bring
Yeah,
the
there's so many factors into it that not everybody's gonna know. Like, hey, you can have the idea of, you know, I'm gonna buy a piece of land, I'm gonna buy a manufactured home, and I'm gonna go take it on there. But It's not that simple of a process, and I'm sure your customers are well aware of that.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
one of those things where I even tell them, Jesus,
Mhm.
before you even choose a home, let's look at the entire picture, right? The home itself is, like I said, about 40%. Where are you going to put the home at? It's another 40%. And then the 20% is my math right there? Yeah. The
Yeah.
20% there is financing,
Mhm.
right? So I tell them, don't make a decision on what home you want just yet until we get the entire picture. Now,
Mhm.
one of the bigger things in that picture is the property. And a lot of people, they want to stay where it's populated,
They
and they
wanna
also where it's populated, and but they also want to own property. So a lot of areas in Houston right now, and not a lot of people know this, but they're not even allowing mobile homes in certain areas anymore.
yeah, a lot of permitting issues with that. It's just they don't allow it. And
So
buying land inside of Houston, that's a whole nother story. The
exactly,
price of the land alone, real estate is location, location, location. So the better location you are, the more expensive it's going to be.
exactly.
And the beauty of caring communities, we actually have communities inside of the Houston zip code, inside of the Beltway, like inside of Houston. So you can be exactly where everything is, still have your dream home, be a homeowner, and just be in one of our communities. We can make that reality happen. You can be in Houston.
And that's that tipping that what I was referring to. That's that thing that tips the ball over towards the mobile home community side, because obviously everybody wants to own property, right?
Hmm.
They come to me and that's the American dream, right?
Hmm.
Home, property, all in one. But the location is always a huge factor. People want to stay close to their family members. They want to stay close to the stores, and sometimes it just doesn't always fit together as
Hmm.
smooth as some people would like. So mobile homes uh, uh, is a great solution for something like that. But would you say, is that a temporary solution? Is that a long-term solution? I mean, where would you fall in? Because there's that issue,
Hmm.
and I want to know how perfect of a solution you guys are
I mean,
for folks.
this is the best way I can say to look at it. It's a solution for whatever time you want it to be. It can be a forever solution. It could be a temporary solution. That's the beauty of renting the land is you can get up and go if you save up and you buy that dream land that's in the location you want to be. You get that money saved. Maybe when you're buying your home, there's no land available there where you want to be. Say you're caring communities for a couple years, and all of a sudden that land's available, and you have money to buy that land. Take your home on the land you just bought. It's a solution that fixes A, B, all the way to Z. It's really a solution for everything. It can help you become a homeowner, even if you don't have the land. You can't like the land can't stop you from that, or it'll help you become a homeowner, and then eventually you can go and be in that specific place in that part of town you want to be in. So either way, the beauty of the community is you get to become a homeowner. You get to own something that's tangible.
That's good, man. And I tell people all the time, I'm like I said, I don't prefer one over the other. It really depends on what the client's goals are. One thing, and this is gonna be maybe a tough question. One thing that people always ask me though,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna transfer that question to
Yeah,
you.
go for it.
What do you tell people when they tell you, "Well, my rent go up in a mobile home community"?
Yeah. I mean, I'll ask them if you're renting an apartment, is your rent going to go up? If you own land, or your property tax is going to go up? So the market is always going to go up. That's the beauty of real estate. It's always going to go up. And the good thing about caring communities is that we adjust to what the market is. We're not going to have like crazy raises or anything like that. We're going to simply adjust to what it is. And if we go up, we go up. If we don't, we don't. There's no really any way to gauge that. It's just whatever the market says.
So it's because people have that
Hmm.
that idea that if from one month to another it's gonna go up $300, and now they're not gonna be able to
No, no, no,
afford
no,
to live on a daily. That's
no.
that's false.
Yeah, no, no. There's no way how would that? I don't even think that that's possible to raise rent like every month. I don't think that that's something that's real.
That's
Yeah,
illegal.
yeah, that's
That's
illegal.
illegal.
Yeah, like no,
And that's
no,
what a
no.
lot of people. Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah,
A lot of folks don't understand that the mobile home industry, it's heavy regulated.
very yes.
It's heavy
Yeah.
regulated by TDHCA.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that any dealership does, any mobile home community does, any installer, the people who install the homes, bro, They are all being looked at,
Hmm.
every transaction.
Everything.
TDH, I'm gonna tag TDHCA to the
Yeah,
video.
hashtag them on there. Yeah, they look at everything. But that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
That means everything is done the way it needs to be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that means that the clients are protected.
Yeah, their best interest is what's being protected. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So that myth that if I go into a mobile home community and the lot rent will go up from one day to another, it's just that. It's a myth. It's a
Hmm.
myth. And once again, it just comes from the place of misunderstanding
Yeah.
the mobile home industry.
Hmm. And if, like you said, and I don't want people to think that it won't ever go up. It is going to go up. It
Yes.
has to go up. But that's just because that's what the market is saying. It has to. There's nothing we can't control that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One more thing. So apart from the fact that you guys are very conveniently located
Hmm.
right throughout Houston, that's good. Um, how big are the lots that you guys are putting these homes into? Because that's also another thing that when I send clients out,
Hmm.
whether to look at the property, private property, or whether to look at a mobile home community,
Hmm.
they're usually looking at three things: location,
Hmm.
where is it at, how practical it is, how nice it is aesthetically,
Hmm.
and the space.
Yeah. Of course. So, I mean, that's a question I get all the time too. And there's no actual like set lot size at our parks. The general rule of thumb is it's going to be 20 feet from your neighbor's house to your house on both sides. So that's the general rule of thumb. So we'll say anywhere from about 60 by 80 lot, roughly somewhere around there, depending if it's single wide or double wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not so I'm trying to imagine this. So you said 20 foot of
From each
space
home,
from each
yes.
home. So you have about a 10-foot front yard and a 10-foot
Yeah,
backyard.
and we're actually too when you come in our parks. One of the things we do is we do an 8x10 deck for the front, and we do a 4x4 deck for the back of the home. So we will get you decks too for the house.
That's another thing because okay, so we were just talking about the price
Hmm.
that clients accrue
Hmm.
when they're buying the home and they have to move it and so on. From my experience working with you, you guys help out a lot, help
Oh
the
yeah,
client a lot.
we want to save them money, and we want to make that that dream of home ownership happen for everybody. Majority of the time, when you're buying your home, it's a big down payment that you got to put on the home, and then you got to get the home set up in a park. That's an additional cost. So we really want to save these homeowners thousands of dollars, and we do that by depending on what park it is. Different communities, we have different packages. But some of the specials we're running at them is we'll include that front deck, that back deck. That's anywhere from about a $2,500 savings. We'll include that pad, which is about a $1,800 savings. We'll include the skirting with timber, so it's going to be Valor skirting, and we'll do wood around it as well. And that's probably about, I want to say, like $2,200 in savings. So we're really saving all in all costs. And that's not even counting like the utilities being ran. Like this is just setup costs in the park.
Yeah.
We're saving them anywhere probably from $8,000 to $10,000.
Can they take the decks when they leave?
Unfortunately, they're in the ground, so that'd be kind of hard. But no,
I've had people ask me that, bro.
no.
I've had people ask me that. No, man. Overall, I have received a lot of negative backlash when I'm talking about mobile home communities, just because the negative stigma that's behind it. But a lot of people have also been
Hmm.
very thankful because I have been able to connect them with communities that provide them a location, an area where they are closer to their family, where they are close, or they keep their kids in a specific
School
school
district. Yeah.
district. That's huge as well. Have you received, or do you have any stories, bro, of any client that you're just like, man, I love doing my job because of that?
Yeah, there was actually one at our property, Victoria Village. She had a special needs student, and Tomball ISD had one of the better programs for it. And so she was really fixed on that had to be the school district she had to be in. And I got her into Victoria Village with the awesome park package. So that's a pretty cool one. And I don't know if you remember, but I want to say it was sometime last year. I don't remember the exact date, but it was on like some articles. But it was a mobile home park that closed over there near the racetrack.
I remember that. Yes.
We had a lot of people that closed on them very fast. They had no options on any parks to go. I went over there personally and met with all of them and gave them an awesome park package to come to Cypress Meadows. And we helped, I want to say, I think 3 or 4 families do that from that
Really.
park. Yeah.
I remember that. I actually went out there as well. And a lot of the people, the idea was because they usually don't, these folks specifically, the ones that I spoke to,
Mhm.
they did not have the capital to
Mhm.
transport their home. And so
Mhm.
my idea was, okay, we'll bring their home in as a trade-in, we'll give them a new one, we'll sell them a new one
Mhm.
in a community move and ready
Mhm.
turnkey. It worked out with some, it didn't work out with
Mhm.
others. But that's also another thing. I'm glad you
Mhm.
brought that up. The probability of a mobile home community closing down like that. I mean, is that is that common, uncommon?
I mean, I've been in it for a couple years. That's I mean, I've seen a couple of them happen. I don't know about the longevity of it, but it happens, and I'm just happy that we have a solution to help if that ever happened and you're stuck in that, like, "Oh my god, where am I gonna go?" Well, we have 45 parks across Houston, probably have a location somewhere you wanna be next to your friends, your family, or in a school district you wanna be in, and I'm happy that we can help them with that.
Man, that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to add for people that are watching that you
Uh,
want to add that you know for a fact is just a huge a key component that I don't know, maybe you get asked a lot?
yeah, one thing I'll say is don't let land be the deciding factor of whether you buy a home or not. If you want to be a come home, you want to become a homeowner, make that happen. Uh, and we're here to help you do that. We have, like I told Carlos earlier, we have lots ready to go for you to bring your home, even if it's a temporary solution for you, even if it's a permanent solution for you. Caring Communities, we're here, we're available, and we're ready to help you make that dream of homeownership happen.
Man, that's awesome. Where can they find you online, Jesus?
You can go to our website at caringcommunities.com, or you can find me on TikTok and Instagram. It's Jesus, Jesus dot with WIH or WITH dot Karen, CAIRN. And I'm on TikTok and Instagram.
There you go. He loves dancing, by the way.
I don't do any dancing
He
videos.
told me before
No,
we even got in, he was like, I hate being on
I
camera.
do. This is nerve wracking.
This is definitely a favor that I'm calling in here.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate it though. It was fun to get to talk about this.
no, it's great, man. And all, like I said, this podcast, it's bringing to light what people don't truly see every day.
Hmm.
I know that a lot of people may hear negative stuff, and that's where their research goes up to.
Hmm.
But I want to take it a step further and give them the truth. Give them the truth
Hey,
of everything.
I just got an idea now that we're sitting here. We've talked about it. Let's get together. Have them come check out. Well, maybe we'll do a video. We'll tour one of the parks, the developments. We can go to one that we're building from the ground. We can see that, and we can see one that's built, about to be open. And we can give the viewers, the boat, and then we can even show them parks that we already own.
Heck
Just
yeah.
give them the whole perspective of it.
Behind the scenes and
Yeah.
what it looks like before
Hmm.
construction, the development. I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
it'd be cool.
Awesome, man. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. My next guest is going to be speaking about mobile homes and the repossessions of mobile homes. That's going to be for the next episode. I hope you all have a blessed week, and I'll see you guys next video. All right, Jesus, is there anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, man, I do want to add one thing. So McCleskey Meadows, it's one of our parks in New Caney, brand new community, absolutely beautiful. If you're familiar at all with Grizzy Hood News, she's going to be hosting an open house with us live there. She'll be at the park from about 12 to 1. We're going to have water slide, food, drinks, games. Come out, come tour some homes, check out our beautiful community. Hey, maybe Carlos will even be there. Come say hi to him too, man.
Let's do it.
All right.